Yes, man them, gal them. 5th episode, City of Vermin.
4th episode, bro.
That's the 5th episode.
Shit, man.
episode.
Oh, shit, I was nervous, man. I'm going to shut up to me.
Yeah. Fuck it, 4th, 5th, whatever it is, yeah. K-Dubs is still here, he's back.
Yeah.
He's back. Come
Still
on.
here.
Yeah, man. Thanks to everyone that's still watching. The numbers are going up. 250 views on the last one, so we're climbing. Come on. When we get 300, we're throwing a party, man. It's going off. And if you're from Cov, you must know about Reaper Don. So, yes, G, thank you for coming, man. Big up, man. Yeah, man. So, for those people that don't know, just fucking introduce yourself quickly. You know what I mean? Tell us what you're all about.
Yeah, well, I'm born and bred Coventry, you get me? Probably lived about their places in the country, innit?
Yeah.
But Coventry's my city, Coventry's my hometown.
And what are you about? Music,
rap. Probably people know me recently for rap, but coming up when I was younger, as a grime MC, that's what I started off with.
Yeah, as a lot of people did, man, back in the day, because rap wasn't really a thing back then, was it? It was grime.
There were people doing it, but that was like a different generation, man.
Yeah,
our generation was doing strictly grime, innit?
The first generation of UK rap was just a bit cringy. It was like, you know, that like, whatever it was, you know, that dead.
They were trying to mimic American rappers.
It was dead. Huh?
That's
COV was sick, you know. Nah.
That was before us.
Isn't he actually American?
Nah. For the record, COV is
that sort of era, anyway.
Nah, I'm talking about like I'm lyrical, I'm spiritual, you know that dead white rap, dead.
He's dropping a bomb. I was like, shit, pull it.
Them 3-syllable rhymes that like white people with dreadlocks just love, man. You know them kind of dead artists. I'm not gonna say any names. Some names come to mind, but I ain't gonna say that, man. A few more drinks, maybe I'll start being disrespectful, man. But yeah, man. So first of all, before we get into the music, obviously Ramadan has just passed a few weeks ago, and you're Muslim, right?
Yeah.
How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how seriously did you take it, or how seriously did you try and take it?
I take it quite serious.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I probably not as serious as I should do. You get me?
And is that because you've been brought up with it, or like how long have you known you were religious? Has it just been brought up
from a young age, man?
Yeah.
I've come from a religious background, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like my family have always shown some kind of form of worship to God, innit?
Yeah.
And that kind of caught on for me when I was growing up.
Because obviously, someone like me, I'm not religious. Like my mum's very religious, and all my mum's side of the family's religious. And then I got my dad, who's just like all religious bollocks. That's his like mindset. So I've like grown up with like the constant. You know, like that's been the vibe of like my mum does something and then he's like, why are you doing that? And my mum's like, blah, blah, blah. And I made a choice when I was about 14, 13. I kind of just thought in my head, like, when I was growing up, I always thought, like, you know, you have that thing of like, it's just in your chest, like, God's there. As I got older, I started to think, I don't think I believe in it no more. So, what's it like believing in that? Like,
I can't really explain it, man. Like, I've chased a lot of different lifestyles.
Yeah.
Growing up in it, and probably not too far in the recent past, don't you get me? Where nothing compares to the lifestyle when you kind of just give yourself to God, and that's not where I'm at right now. But you just can't. It's not something you can't explain, and it's something that you.
Is it a feeling though? Is it a conscious thought?
It is a mixture of both. Definitely a conscious thought. You're consciously thinking about your actions and what you're doing, because you're not living for this life this existence.
Yeah,
you get me? Like we're putting our bets that there's gonna be something when we die in it, and obviously a lot of people probably gone with that impression that, you know, your dead grandparents or whatever are like, they're like watching over you and shit.
Yeah.
Obviously we don't feel like it's as easy as that, innit? So we put a lot of our faith in what's gonna come in the next life, innit? So and then we try to do as much as we can here in this life that was going to benefit us in the next life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, man. So what? Obviously, like Islam gets a lot of bad press a lot of the time.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, obviously, I'm not religious, but obviously I know a lot of Muslims as well, so I see like the good sides of it as well. And there's obviously little bits of it that I probably don't agree with as well. But I'm going to get into that. But what I was going to ask you is, if you had to sell Islam to someone in 30 seconds. You know, like not sell it, but you know, like no. I'm not saying sell it like that. I'm saying like it gets a lot of bad press.
Yeah.
You've got 30 seconds to explain what's it about to you anyway. What's your interpretation of it? If you can just sum it up.
I'd say 30 seconds, boy.
Quick, you know.
Okay,
what I mean?
all right.
Don't want to turn.
I don't know what Islam to me basically is. It's grounded me. You get me? If you need grounding in your life, if you need grounding and real direction, if you feel lost, that you know sometimes we feel lost. You know, on our days we think, what's our purpose?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If you want to find a real purpose in life, that can you can live side by side with it, still do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Forget about what you're reading in the newspapers and that, because all of that's bullshit.
Yeah, 100%.
That's all to sound like their agendas.
I do agree. I do agree,
so
man.
Stay away from them. If you want real kind of peace and that, and real direction and guidance, then you'll find it there. You get me?
Calm, man. Yeah, man. Big up. So, we ain't gonna touch too much on religion. One thing I do want to ask you just to finish off. Obviously now, as more like science comes out and all that kind of stuff, like a lot of people are saying religion's like a bit outdated. But obviously, someone that believes it, they're not gonna think that way. Is there days when you just doubt it, or is it just fully
the religion itself?
Yeah, just religion.
But that comes with a test, man. There will be times where you doubt what you believe in because of certain things that are going around you. Even so, like the life that I've lived, some of the things that have happened around me have made me question certain things. But then from there I find reassurance because I always go back to the scriptures and that.
Yeah.
And like it kind of just cancels any doubt when I go back to it.
Nah, that's good, man. That's good. So your faith ain't easily rocked, then it's in you.
Nah, it's in me. It's just me. I let myself down sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
Stupid shit.
As everyone does, man. It's hard to stick by all the rules, man. Obviously, when you live in this day and age in this country, and then you got certain rules, it obviously is hard to stick to it, man. So obviously, you try and do your best day in it and just.
The real question is, how often do you go mosque?
I go often. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
That's good, man.
I pray a lot more at home though, because it's more convenient. I'm at home a lot, even though I'm not gonna lie, there's a mosque right over the road, innit? But you just can't be asked to leave your doorstep and it's a bit long, man. So,
you know what? I know one lad, and he goes, and at work, he has two Muslim lads, and they were like, one of them goes to the other one, like, yeah, but you don't eat pork, but like you drink like every month, and then he goes, yeah, but I'm gonna eat pork to do what? What, to sit here after? Like, if I'm drunk, I'm drunk. Like, I'm doing this and that.
I've heard that excuse before, man.
You know what I mean? Like, you can see, like, it's interesting to see, like, the battles that go on.
Of course,
with yourself,
man. It's because obviously with drinking and that, it's not just you're just sitting there drinking and you're gonna piss it out. It's not like drinking water.
Yeah.
I mean, drinking alcohol, like there's something that comes with it. You kind of lose your inhibitions a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
You kind of forget that. Oh shit! I shouldn't be doing this because of all that consciousness goes out the window.
Yeah, I hear that.
So you like converted Muslim or?
No, I was born.
Okay.
That
was one of my questions later on actually.
No, I was born. So my mum, I grew up with my mum. My dad's British. So I grew up with my mum. She's from Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And her background was quite mixed though. Some of her family were Muslim, some of her family were Christian.
Right.
But I spent a lot of time with the Muslim side growing up as a kid, like a young kid, you get me? I used to go stay with them, like where they used to live in Leicester, London, cities there. And they taught me a lot about Islam. I never ever thought I was anything else. Do you know what I mean? From birth, I never ever thought like I was Christian or this or that. I've always been Muslim.
Yeah, a lot of people that are like mixed British and mixed something else, they don't really take the British side from what I've seen. Mixed race people especially, it's like, I'm black.
Yeah, well, because my dad was never there, innit? My dad was British and he's never been a part of my life. So I don't really know what it means to be British other than what I've learned in the schools. And
So you're saying your mum had like a Christian side as well, like?
Yeah, her part of the family. Yeah, so my mum used to take me to she'd take me to the mosque to go learn there, and then she'd take me to church. She'd take me to like the Hindu temples. She'd introduce me to everything.
Yes, I was about to say. See, like to me, that's a good thing because that way at least you had a choice.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Where like some people.
I remember there was a point in my life where I thought to myself, am I gonna take this religion thing serious? Because I can see the divide it's creating between people who say they believe and people who don't. Like how much it plays a big part in their lives. You get me in your day to day, how you like operate as a unit when you're family, whatever. And there came a point where I thought, yo, am I going to take this serious or not? And then certain things started happening. I started catching on to certain things. Like, my eyes started opening a bit more. When you hit them sort of questions in your life, you become more, like, curious as to other things. Not just that, like, religious things, like spiritually, this, that, the other. Your eyes start opening up to more things in the world. And, then I thought, yo, I need to start taking this serious.
Shit,
I don't know.
Like, how old was you when, like, you
Probably
started to see
like 16, 17, something like that.
Yeah. Sick.
I think it's benefited you then.
100%, man. There's been some sticky situations I've been in where if it wasn't for like my faith, then I probably wouldn't. I don't know. I probably might not be in the place I am now. Basically, innit? You get me?
Yeah, man. Blessed. So, don't want to get too much into religion. Just wanted to ask you that.
That's cool, man. It's cool.
Yeah,
bro.
man. Because the reason I brought that up was because when we were speaking about doing the podcast, you wanted to wait till after Ramadan, obviously.
No, of course.
You know what I mean? Because for whatever reason. So yeah, man. I thought I'd touch on that. But,
No, respect, man. I love people. Everyone who knows me, like, I don't know how many of my people are gonna watch this, but everybody who knows me, they know what I'm about, man. Like, they know how dedicated I am to my religion.
That's good, man. That's good. If you're gonna do
I'm active in the religious community.
Yeah. No, that's good, man.
Yeah, fair play to you, bro.
That's good, man. So, touching back onto music then. So you said that you started off in grime. I remember when I first got into grime, I spoke about it on a last podcast. The first grime tune I ever heard, I think, was Roll Deep When I'm Here, because I had Sky. I remember I used to turn on Channel U and I watched it. I didn't know what grime was. I just, my dad had Sky, you know. that people were gassed about that. Not many people, real talk, not many people had Sky in them days, like when I was 13.
I didn't have Sky.
That's
man.
what
I think we
I'm
had a cable dodgy box or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. Sky was a privilege, to be fair. Like, it was a privilege, obviously. Like, my dad likes his, like, whatever, football and that, so I got Sky in the house. But anyway, so I remember, like, I first started getting into grime, and then I started, like, I remember one of my cousins, I was in his computer, I buy his computer, and he was like, like, played me your song, Battle Rhythm. Like you said earlier, you don't really remember the song, but that's like the first time I was like, what, people in cover doing this? And then you remember, like, Devious Dan. I heard him, and I just fucking fell in love with, like, that kind of music in cover as well. And, like, maybe you can vouch for this as well. Like, I was saying to Samson on one of the last episodes, like, back in them days, like, you could put a Cov footballer and a Cov MC in the same place, and the MC'd probably get more fucking, like, recognition than the thing. It was a big thing back in the day.
100%.
And, like, in my opinion, you was one of the people that was part of that movement. And what I would like to say is, you sound exactly the same from what I remember. Like, I thought you were about my age then.
Yeah.
And I found out, I ain't going to say your age. I don't know what your age is. But I think me and you were similar ages, but you sounded like,
older.
You sounded like a grown man. And, like, back in them days, you must have been younger kind of thing. So, what do you remember about Cov Grime? Like,
Cov Grime used to be sick, man.
Yeah, it was
a sick
sick
movement, man. There was bare energy. There was bare characters, man. You get me? It was like everything you pictured about the London grime scene. Yeah, Cov had its own, like, version. It was sick. It was sick, man. You get me? And everybody was gassed, man. Like, everybody was hyped to go to things and that.
People were hungry there back then.
Man.
It was different, man. Yeah, it was way different. It was actually a lot more.
I don't even think people even wanted to blow like that as well. It was just like, yo, I want to be a sick MC and that.
I think it was like the raw talent. You know, like, back then it was new as well. It was fresh, and then people coming out. Like, back then, all them bars, like, they were never really heard before as well, so it was like fresher, but. Yeah, I do know that.
Back then, it was a proper street thing. Like, no one was trying to make money off it. It was we're spitting, we're in a little.
It's because there weren't really money to be made, man.
Yeah, it was.
Like, people still wanted to do it, so they just did it for the fun of it, man.
Do you want a chair, Jam?
Nah, yeah.
You want to come and sit down here, Miss?
We're getting Jamie on the show one day. You've heard his voice many times. We're getting him on the show. 100%. Best Asian MC in Cov, man. I've said it before, say it again. Still the only Asian MC in Cov. Last time I checked, man. So, Jamie, hold on to that crown, man.
I said, there's one Asian rapper or something.
From Cov?
Yeah.
Who's that? Is there?
What's his name? There's a couple.
I'm still spitting now, I mean.
I don't want to give too many, like, man, promotion and that. But then I think there's one or two, man. Jamie definitely holds the crown, fam.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I still remember his bars to this day.
Yeah, come on, man. People know Jammy's bars.
Reapz the guest.
Yeah, stop stealing the line, man. Jammy. Fucking hell, man.
Every show this happened.
So how did you get the name Reapz then?
Reapz.
It's a dark name, you know, for someone that's into their
Yeah.
religion and that. It's a mad, when I think about it, it's deep, you know.
It is a bit mad still.
Reaper, you know.
Reapz. They started off as Reaper.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, I started off as I was more of a DJ than an MC.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, I used to call myself DJ Reaper.
Sorry, DJ.
I walked into the room. I got hard on and I was like, oh, look at the decks. Nah, fucking I started off as DJ. I used to make beats more. I still do make beats, but like not as often. You get me? I was more into it back then. You know, I started off DJing, and I used to copy people's bars and shit when I was probably like 10. I used to listen to fucking Soul Solid Crew.
Yeah.
Shit like that. And I used to spit some of their bars to people, and they didn't know whose bars they were. They didn't heard that music, innit? They were like, yo, you're sick. So I thought, yo, I should write my own, you know?
That's jokes.
That's how it was back in the day, man.
Fake it till you make it.
Basically, yeah, bro. I started writing eventually. I started writing stuff that was actually good, you get me?
Because, like, I wouldn't really say you'd sound anything like anyone from So Solid Crew. So, like, that's good that you've actually perfected your own.
Yeah, no, of course.
Like,
it wasn't just, it was them. It was probably a bit of a pay as you go. I was literally just stealing bars from everybody and spitting to people who'd never heard this music. They would still listen to fucking Tupac and Snoop Dogg and like, you get me?
You're quick off the mark. Back
I'm on this UK shit, man, you get me?
There was no internet really, so
yeah. No,
you knew. If you didn't,
I was lucky to quite lucky to have internet. You get me?
Okay.
When I was from a younger age, but it was the shitty dialogue.
Yeah,
some people watching this might not have never had that experience.
Yeah, it's mad.
I still remember the tone to this day.
Mate.
Get off the phone.
Back in the day, it was annoying, but looking back, it's quite like a thing, man. You get me? It's like the PlayStation 1 startup theme, man. Some of them sounds that you can never forget. You get me?
You know what? You know, in England, there's still like a percentage of people that have dial-up. It's still a thing. Because obviously not everywhere has broadband. It was a few years ago. Still normal in some places.
Crazy.
Yeah, I swear down. I was baffled when I heard that, but it's true.
That's crazy, man.
Would you go to someone's yard and you hear that noise, you'd be like, what? You'd be like, no
you you walked into a time machine and back
Would you feel mad, wouldn't you? You'd just be like, what? It reminds me of like Napster and stuff like that.
Napster,
bro.
LimeWire as well.
Napster was the first one.
Probably got more viruses than MP3s off there, but fucking.
If you didn't smash your family computer up through LimeWire, you ain't from England in the 90s, man. No way.
Napster was bad. That is like, you could literally download like anything, like a Mariah Carey tune or something, and then you'd open it, it'd be like a picture of like I don't know, like a bird getting foot by a horse or something. It was just
it was
like
raw, man. It was raw.
Just shit, man.
That's how I first started exploring. Like when I first found like hip hop and stuff. I remember I was looking. I remember like there's still specific tracks now that I never would have heard if it weren't for like them dodgy sites where you just like, you know, you just sort of take what's available. Not everything's always there, and you start learning yourself. And like I remember I had remember that Dizzy Rascal Pussy old tune.
I think so, yeah.
I found that, I swear down, about 2 months before it came out.
Yeah.
And I had it, and I didn't realise, and then it blew up, and it was a big thing, and I swear down.
Having tunes like that nobody else had. And
I swear I was the only person in Cov with that tune. Like, people would gasp, and they were like, "What, you played that tune last month?" And I felt like deep fucking Charlie Slough, man. Damn right I had that tune, man. I don't know how, but I had it. So.
Yeah, no. There used to be this thing called it was another software called DC Plus or something like that. Don't you remember that?
Remember it now.
It's kind of similar to like a torrent server.
Torrent. I don't.
There used to be like on this software now. There was little hubs that you could connect to, like personal hubs. You could create a hub, and if people knew that you had this hub, let's say you promoted it online, and you said, "Oh yeah, this hub's for fucking." Grime music.
That sounds familiar, you know, and it just links to your computer kind of thing.
Yeah. So you upload your folders and you can share all your music with them.
Yeah,
you can click
kind of
like all through their shit. You get me? And then before you know, sometimes you just ending up with bare exclusives.
Yeah. That actually sounds familiar, you know. So I remember my dad saying he heard about it and he goes, "Don't do that," because obviously we have a family computer, so he goes, "Don't be doing that," because people can go in and take like personal shit.
There was proper easy, man. There was software that you could get where you could send people. Let's say you've got your shit sharing on there, and like you've got like an image file. You could call it fucking, I don't know, Kylie Jenner nudes or something like that. But it's not an image file. it's a virus, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've downloaded that, opened that, and literally then I can look at your webcam, I can control your fucking keyboard, I can look through your keylog history, all that shit.
Yeah. That's a bit mad.
Just quickly blocking Reapz.
I was doing that
shit. Hey, look, man, watch yourself, man. So now, seeing as we're on an old school vibe, what I wanted to speak to you about, someone that was in the scene. Obviously, I was in the scene a little bit, spitting back in the day. In them, was probably a bit after you, but in them still golden days a little bit.
I still remember, man. Remember.
Yeah. Obviously, like, it was a lot different. Like, how do you think, first of all, how do you think the game's changed? Name a couple points that you think how it's changed from then to now, and also how have you adapted from them days? How have you evolved with the times of music, UK music in particular, from then? It's been a good 10, 15 years, really.
Yeah, it's different, man. It's overly different. Even though back then we had online, there weren't as many platforms.
No YouTube.
No YouTube.
Just MySpace, really. MSN.
Yeah, MySpace, and that was quite limited to what you could share.
Yeah.
And also the fucking camera quality was shit as well.
Yeah.
Bro, you get me? They didn't have like iPhones like this.
Yeah.
You could upload, and there weren't even quick internet to be able to do shit like that. Do you know what I mean?
It wasn't any spontaneous stuff. It was like, it was just dead, wasn't it? There wasn't no good music videos. It was just flipping. You know what I mean? You put a little track up on there. It's got a little buzz around Cov. People are playing it on their phones. It wasn't really a scene as such. There was a scene, but there wasn't really much. Did you ever have any like clashes?
Yeah. I had a few clashes still. I think one that everyone will probably remember, like any clash that I've done, people remember the one with Cobbs.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. How did that come about? Was that just music, or was it... Back then, it was never just music.
You know, me and Cobbs are boys, man. Big up Cobbs, because he's a good guy, man. You get me? He's a cool brother. I knew him from young, innit? You get me? All that shit was just music, fam. It was all music and egos, fam. It wasn't nothing like... It wasn't no personal shit or nothing like that, you get me? Few things probably happened between some of my people, some of his people and shit like that, but that was all just, like I said, man, egos and fucking...
Didn't you used to be in Gridlock as well?
But like back in the day when I first started spitting, I used to go to this church, man. There was a church where this lady used to run these sessions for kids like us growing up looking to spit bars. The Gridlock crew used to spit like the old Gridlock. You get me? That fucking GK. Do you remember GK? Yeah. Fucking mad geezer still. His people and that, they used to spit bars, and they used to call themselves Gridlock Crew. Ain't the same.
Yeah, they're the bit.
It's the same guys that would call themselves Gridlock Crew now. You get me? Maybe there's a couple man still affiliated, but I don't know. It weren't the same guys that used to spit back then. But obviously,
they were the ones like a little bit above the debate ones kind of thing. Yeah, they were like, everyone knew who they were kind of thing.
Yeah. And so obviously I used to spit with them. We used to do little like stage shows around town. I'm pretty sure we did Godiva Festival. Like probably 2002 or some shit like that, you get me? But they used to bring man in, so I used to rep the crew on it, you get me? Gridlock. And then I started my own crew. I kind of just drifted away from them, man. I wanted to have my own thing. I wanted to bring through my own brethrens and
Were you in a crew? I can't remember, you
know. That's what I'm saying. I started my own crew. I used to call it Loose Criminals, or LOK for short. And there was just a lot of my brethrens and people I knew from their ends. I had that started off as a Coventry crew, and then I moved to Leicester, and the guys that I was doing it in Coventry, they either moved away from the crew or they just stopped spitting, you get me? So I moved to Leicester. I met a couple guys up there, and I wanted to continue that name, innit? These guys are on music, they just started spitting, but they had quite a buzz in Leicester, you get me? So I brought them man in. We started doing sets and stuff together, and then that was Loose Criminals, like the new Loose Criminals.
Yeah.
And we started doing things like One Extra.
You did One Extra?
Yeah, I did One Extra.
Sick,
that was big stuff. We did a couple of like the local radio shows, like Big Mikey show in Birmingham.
Silk City. Silk City. Yeah. That's good, man. That was a big radio station, to be fair, man.
How did you come across that One Extra and that?
That was just through, I think, like mutual connections, innit? Like people we knew hooked us up and shit. We ended up on Cameo show. Back then, he used to do a big show.
That's what I'm saying. Cameo was
Pirate Sessions. Yeah,
I remember that still, man.
I can't remember exactly what year we went on that. I think it was
Seen the videos?
2005 maybe,
Yeah,
2006 or something like that.
Yeah,
a little while ago still, but that was when man was starting to come up on a proper buzz. I started doing shows then, and you get me like stage shows and shit.
Sick.
So what? So obviously you done the grime thing back then.
Mm-hmm.
Now what, you're more rap kind of thing now.
Yeah, mainly rap, man.
You find it easier? What?
Yeah, rap is a lot easier, man. I can be more expressive on the grime. I felt like I had to fit in like with a certain way of spitting. I couldn't be as creative as I wanted to 100%. Be. You get me?
It's quite rigid, isn't it? It's like it's all about the flow and it's more about the last few words, ain't it?
Yeah,
Rap's more about the whole thing, what you're saying, kind of thing.
You see, I always wanted to make grime tunes rather than just do grime sets. But
yeah.
I was too like overly critical of my shit, fam. Because I used to listen to a lot of MCs and think, yo, these man are sick. I want to be just like them. And then I make my tunes and they just would sound shit compared to what I'm hearing. I think, nah, I can't do this.
I want to hear some, bro.
The old shit and that.
I want to hear some, man. I want to hear some of the new stuff as well if you're still producing, man.
Yeah.
Because like, if it's as wavy as like the stuff that you're spitting on.
Yeah, bro. I've got a lot of different shit, man. I don't really stick to like one genre when it comes to producing. I'd like to just mix it up. Whatever I'm feeling, man. When I open up the laptop, I mainly do Fruity Loops. You get me? So
Have you got like an alias or?
Nah, man, just Reapz, man. You get me? Reapz. I used to have a little. It's kind of like a. It was like a label. I wouldn't even say it's a label, man. It's just a name I was going on the Wave Gang. It was a little while ago. I was doing a few bits under that name. So when I release music, I'd do it under like Wave Gang music. You get me? But nice. Other than that, it's just been Reapz, man.
Sick guy, man. Yeah. Sick guy. Yeah, you need to send me some stuff, man.
100%, man. 100%, man. 100%.
Yeah, you know we do a freestyle session on this, so we got a couple beats for you. We got an old school beat, which is what I've picked, rap. New school beat, which is the current beat, and then we've got something what we call a lucky dip beat, which is just something that we've just picked. So we'll see what you got, man. We'll get to that in a little bit.
We got this. Yeah, we got this.
It's always good to see it, man. Did you see B-Fast one by any chance?
Yeah, I caught some of that, man. Most of that, man. I saw his freestyle as well, man.
Yeah. He was a little bit drunk, man. A bit peaked, he was fucked.
A little bit.
Pretty funny.
It's a shame, man. Yeah, B-Fast went missing after that, man. He was fucked.
I think we both did for a little while, didn't we?
Yeah. So obviously, I'm from my family's from Serbia, and I brought this Serbian drink.
I never knew that, man.
Yeah. They couldn't handle it, man. One shot each, they were gone.
Fucking
went from civil. B-Fast was like, when I was watching it back, I was like, oh, you're coming across really well, man. He's articulate, speaking well. He'd had one shot. I swear down, the whole podcast changed, man. Guys just shouting, swearing, fucking turned into a beast, man. Turned into a proper beast. So yeah, man, that Serbian liquor's dangerous.
What's that, like some vodka or some shit?
I don't know what it's. Plum brandy, actually.
Okay.
Plum brandy, yeah. But it's just mad. Like they make it in like barrels and shit. It's just like fucking toxic shit.
Yeah, it smelled fucking mad.
Yeah, I know
like
many people that have been fucked up
corpse,
off
man.
Yeah, it goes to death, and everyone
left
laughing.
finger in a jar for a month.
We still all drank it, man.
Yeah,
we still drank it.
I can handle it, man. My mum drinks that when she's got a little cold, man. In the morning, boom, necks it off.
Really?
We're immune to it, man. Yeah, we're immune to it, man. But you mentioned that you did Godiva Festival, and that's coming up soon.
Yeah.
What is that something that you hold dear to you in terms of an achievement, or is it just one of them?
Yeah, man. I always look back to things like that. I think those were good times, man, and I was doing a lot for when I was that age.
Yeah,
I think I've done it maybe twice, maybe 3 times. I can't remember exactly how many, but there were certain points in my life where I got opportunities to do it.
Because they always have pretty sick guests in Godiva, you know. I've had Kano, I think JME, Meridian Crew.
Who's the big name this year?
J1.
What he's doing?
Matt Backwards.
Okay.
That's a big look as well, man. Big up, Matt.
It's like just before people are about to blow in, they get and then they blow.
Yeah. But Kano was blown when he came, to be fair.
It's your time.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah, man. I remember they brought AJ Tracy Notes a few years ago. That was lit. That was proper good, man. Yeah,
they're charging this year, isn't it?
£2.
Yeah.
What? Even in Carve, that's like £200, man. People will be like, "Fuck a dive, staying home, man."
You see, like loads of kids trying to
Watch
like
the Snapchat,
break through the
man.
fence and shit.
Yeah.
Can't be asked to spend £2 online for a ticket.
But that's
Coventry's
typical
wireless,
Coventry,
that
fam.
is.
Trust
Can
me.
you bring your own drink?
Nah, can you fuck, bro?
That's about £5 a beer in there, £6 a beer, man. Yeah, it's dead, man. I remember back in the day when I was about 16. anything goes. Yeah, you can take your drink there. If you looked over the grass, it was just crates everywhere.
Yeah, trust
I had
me.
the sickest time. I still remember that, man. It was lit, fucking lit. That's when Godiva was lit.
Bear fights,
fight, but even
that's
when
what Godiva was known for, bro.
Yeah.
even now, bear fights, man.
In that tent, innit? In that tent,
big tent,
everyone
yeah.
just runs one way.
It's like a little
Just
fucking wildlife documentary, man. You can see little stampedes and then little lads on the floor unconscious. It's like
I'm pretty sure last year they had drones flying around everywhere, didn't they?
Serious?
Yeah, they're
No,
police
it's cool.
drones.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Police
I seen a little lad knocked out, man. I felt well bad for him. For what? He wasn't even doing nothing, man. He just standing there.
Everyone's just gassed in it because they're allowed out for the day. You know, the kids and that, they're allowed out to play and that.
Every area, new faces.
Trust me.
Bad.
A lot of egos flying around.
Do you think the music has anything to do with that, or do you reckon it's
I don't know about nowadays.
like drill and all that shit?
Yeah. You know what? Drill's a sticky one, man. I like drill. Don't get me wrong. I like drill. It's a hard genre of music, fam.
I
Like
was laughing at the guys in the next studio.
Pop that out the corner.
Dickhead.
energy.
Do you think if they played drill at Godiva, it'd like
Oh
go off?
nah, bro.
Yeah,
Allow it, fam. There's no need, fam. The thing is, there's no need for them to ever play that. Drill, yeah. The thing is, people get it wrong, man. They think, oh yeah, why they blaming drill, this and that. But I know how the streets work, and I see how drill music influences these youths, bro.
Yeah,
you get me?
definitely
I see
does.
it from first-hand, like, experiences. You get me? I ain't gonna gas. I've sat next to youths that they've caught bodies and that. You get me? And fucking, that's what they're listening to, bro. And they're taking every lyric word for word, fam. You get me? You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's not a joke, fam.
That's pretty deep, man.
But do you think that the music has made them do that, or do you reckon that was always in them and they just listen to drill? Because I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I listen to some drill. I've never had an aggressive outburst like that at all. I would never stab anyone ever.
Because it's all about like, you know, back in the day when with grime it was like, yo, who's the hardest, basically. It wasn't just about who's the hardest on the mic, but a lot of people wanted to prove who's the hardest on
and
the
because it
streets,
was all
innit?
face to face, it kind of had that element of if you're a dickhead,
It's
you
on
can't
site,
really,
innit? It was
you
all
can't really
on
be
site,
around
bro.
like these spitters if you're an idiot, because you just wouldn't get taken seriously.
Exactly, bro.
Different mindset.
Yeah, it was different back then.
When you're younger.
But that even grime still had that element of the bad boys like Crazy Titch, Trim, like Meridian Crew, like they were still like shooting people up allegedly according to what people were saying on YouTube and shit. But
like, it was just the occasional like send, really, weren't it? Like where now the drill tracks, they're literally, I'd probably say 90% of them are just aimed at another gang and whatever, isn't it? So where the old times clashes,
man.
it was.
But then
They're talking about stuff they've done to each other,
Exactly,
like the
exactly.
scoring
yeah,
points, this and that.
It wasn't that back in the day.
When you had a clash back in the day, it was only like very rare that they'd say something that was actually true.
Yeah, it was all more just like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll spin your head top,
Or shag a girl or some shit or whatever.
Exactly, bro.
Mums, all that sort of shit.
Now it's like, you were lying there in blood when I dipped you down on the maze.
You know what I mean?
Every bush.
Trust me.
But like, now I'm kind of glad that you like, because most artists are always on the defense, like, oh.
No, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've seen how it affects these youths, man. And
what do you think
it's drill music and it's smoking too much weed, fam. And they
You
don't.
think that's
And
like the
yeah,
mixture?
bro. They don't know what they're doing, fam. You get me? They're getting gassed by this music. This music's making them think in a certain way.
So music does gas you a bit. I remember fucking
It
when I
does,
was
man.
younger listening to like certain artists and just it gives you. But I don't know. It gives you inspiration to stuff.
If I've been there in situations where, I've listened to music and it's changed my decisions. Like,
Serious. Do you think that decision was already part of you though? It's just
fam,
magnified.
like it's one of them where you're faced with the decision: should I do this or should I do that? And then you're hearing a certain tune and then you catch certain gas and it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go do this. You get me?
Yeah.
And bro, sometimes music's made me do the wrong thing. You get me? It's
DJ Vlad's in me, he's boiling up, but I'm in the house. No face, no case.
Nah,
man.
yeah, bro. It was probably
You know
best not
what?
to touch on those
You
subjects.
know what? Do you know another thing as well? What I find a bit mad is that like talk about drill though. You'll get like radio BBC One, yeah. You listen to the Radio 1 throughout the day, and they'll be saying to you about like, listen to the news, and they'll be going, is drill affecting the youth and that of today, and or for example, it is affecting the youth and that. what do we need to do to stop all this? But then come 9 o'clock, they're
playing
blasting
it
on one extra, and you're like, it's a pure contradiction.
Yeah, to what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like another way of like making money, basically. So they're creating almost like fake news.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly.
You know, just to try and fuck with people,
Exactly,
make money for themselves.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They like all these clubs. They play the black music, but then they don't let the black people in. You see it all the time on Twitter, on London. It's just a vibe, innit, man?
Yeah.
I said it, man. I fucking said it. Black people, I got you, man.
Yeah, Sally, go on, my G.
Got you, but I hear about it all the time. It's true though. It's true. Like, the same people that are like, these scumbags. Like they'll sign you if you're gonna make money for them. You know what I mean? They'll push your music.
It's all about what makes money at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't think I would do. Like, I do this because I like it. Yeah, I'll do shit in music because I like the music. I would never go and exploit someone or go and do a venture with something I didn't like for money. I think that's a dickhead thing, really. You know what I mean? But a lot of these people are doing it, man.
That's some puppet shit, man.
No, I like that you've actually said that, because usually it's always rappers like, nah, drill's fucking changing the lives of people, because in reality it's not. It's changing the lives of about 100 drill rappers, and then it's probably affecting about 10,000 lads to do the wrong thing, probably. So if you weigh it all up,
there's more cons than pros, isn't it?
You know what?
There are some people. Don't get me wrong. I like drill. Like I said, I like it, and sometimes I might listen to it while doing a workout.
Yeah, I like some drill, man. Some of it.
But that's a positive, though, isn't it? That's you know, you're working out. You like.
There's a lot of people who probably agree, innit? You get me with things like that, man.
I think the average person with a stable mind can listen to the song and not act like I can listen to the gulliest drill song and just like be a normal person. Like, I wouldn't do any violent shit. It's just music, but. Obviously I'm a lot older, but younger people they're definitely a lot more vulnerable, and they're looking for guidance, like subconsciously kind of thing, and that's guiding them in a certain way.
100%.
And you know what?
A lot of them ain't got guidance, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't have much guidance apart from my mum, but like I said, I didn't grow up with my dad around, so I didn't have a father figure in it.
Do you think that makes a difference?
What coming from that background?
No, I mean having a single parent household.
I don't know, because I've never had the other side of it, but I don't know how much my life would have been different. But like obviously growing up, my mum was only there, but she couldn't teach me some of the that I probably needed from a man's perspective. So I used to go out and try to get it on the roads.
Exactly, yeah.
And then a lot of that would come from the music that I was listening to and how that was influencing me to live my life.
What sort of music did you listen to when you was growing up?
Literally, like it was UK grime, UK garage.
More like from like your mum's side.
Oh, from my mum's side, a lot of reggae, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, my mum used to play a lot of Kenyan music. She still does.
Is there like any famous Kenyan artists that we know that aren't?
No,
I know one.
Who?
I know one still.
Go on, say it, man.
Mama J.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna lie, that's who that is.
Yes,
if it wasn't for you,
that's my mum, man.
Yeah,
that's my mum. Yeah.
So I check that track out still, man.
Yeah,
that's
I respect, man.
About,
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
And yeah, it's a good track, man.
Yeah, she did good,
J.
man. She did good on that, man. She should be proud of herself, and I'm proud of her as well. She's worked hard. She used to.
What, is that your mum?
Mama J, we're talking about my mum, Mama J.
What, she makes music?
Yeah, she's a singer.
Serious?
Yeah. So pick up my mum, man.
You definitely need to send me that.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
It's a good track, bro.
Yeah, no.
How did you find that out of interest?
Oh, listen, I don't know.
He's got eyes everywhere, you know. I was filming a video the other day. Oh, what? Them blocks of flats, how'd you get in there? I wanted to go in there. How the fuck do you know where I was?
It's only like a square of a window. And I was like, I know where that is as well.
He sent me the postcode and that, like, yo, what are you doing around there? I filmed a video for some lads, and he's seen. I didn't post anything. I didn't know he would know them at all. He's messaged me, and within an hour, I go, yo, what's going on?
Yeah, I tried to get into that building still. We're not
flats.
You seem to get some hard locations, man.
I just scout about a lot, man.
Yeah, you know, you get all the sick underground locked off locations, man.
Yeah, Ollie tried to. What did Ollie try to do?
£10 for the location.
I'll pay me £10 for the location.
I'm a videographer,
I said,
man.
that's just like,
location,
what's his name? Trying to pay me £10 for a wheel up. Who's that?
Hey, you never said that guy's name. Fucking exposing, man.
Oh, to be fair, I forgot his name now.
No, you
so
didn't,
I'm not
man.
going
to.
I'm not going to say it just in case it's the wrong name.
Yeah.
But it was at DC Studios anyway, and it was right before the clash. He knew he was going to lose, and he just, I think.
What was his ethnicity?
He was Asian.
I think I know who it is. I know who it is, you know. Me and Jamie know who it is. Is he a bit overweight?
Yeah.
Jam, you've been exposed. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, I know who it is.
To pay for a weed.
Jam don't need to, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jam gets
man.
wheels all day, mate. Come on.
Oh, man.
Actually, okay though.
You know this, G. Gotcha.
We already
Yeah,
got an
man.
agreement.
When did you release the EP 28?
I think it was July or August 2018.
Scene. So I've recently just got onto that, and to be fair, it's hard.
Yeah, respect,
Yeah,
man.
it is
Appreciate
seriously
that,
hard.
bro. Appreciate that, man.
The track with Vision
Yeah.
and Mason as well.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably one of the sickest tracks on that. Like, I just wondered if there's going to be any more collaborations with like Vision or Mason and that.
I've just put a tune. I put a verse on a tune on his most recent EP, Conquest. Go get that. You get me? That's a big
that's
EP,
a big.
man.
Is it still online? Because they said he was going to take all his
Yeah, no,
stuff off
he's
of
put it back on.
Yeah.
Under another name.
Yeah.
Vision XOX, man. Get at that on all the social platforms.
Yeah, big up Vision, man. All day, man. All
Yeah,
day.
man. Pick up Vision,
He's a
man.
good guy, man. I love that guy, man. Good guy, trust me.
How'd you know him out of interest?
Bro, to be honest, I caught onto some of his music.
Okay.
And then I met him for the first time at Mason's Yard. You get me? Big up Mason. I do a lot of work with Mason, man. He's another good guy, man.
Yeah, you've done quite a few tracks with him still.
Yeah, man. Because I spend a lot of time with him, man. I don't just do music with him.
Yeah,
I'm
serious.
a good friend with
Yeah.
him.
But he's a sound guy, you know.
Yeah,
I
no,
like him
definitely,
still,
man. He's got good energy, man.
This is it, man. This is what I like. Got to be around people that got good energy.
100%, man.
Positive people, man.
Yeah,
100%,
100%, man.
100%.
And you know what? We need to tell the people, yeah, how you came to be on this podcast. So one of me and Jammy's boys, yeah, he messaged me and he said he was smashing some bird, yeah. And I was making conversation. I was like, oh, how did you meet this bird? He goes, oh, you wouldn't fucking believe it. I'm just waiting for his response, like, we'll see what he's got to say. He goes, oh, I met her on Xbox Live, yeah. Big him the fuck up, because how the fuck do you pull a bird on Xbox Live? I do not know. Do not have that level
That's not
of
the
game.
first time.
Not the first time, according to Jammy. News just in, yeah. Multiple times. Guy's got more game than Hugh Hef himself, yeah. So like,
He's dead.
yeah. R.I.P. Hugh Hef. Post my JD to you, man. But anyway, I posted the screenshot. I didn't put his name in the screenshot, but I posted it on Instagram, and then Reapz popped up, and he goes, "Oh, I need to tell you my version of this story." And I goes, you know what, man, you got to come on the podcast and explain this. So first of all,
Yeah, I'm dying to do this.
first of all, you've been married and you've been divorced. Is that correct?
Yeah, once.
Was it a proper wedding, like through the English thing?
No,
was it like an Islamic?
Yeah, it was an Islamic thing. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference between an Islamic wedding and an English wedding?
So I didn't go through the registry office. You get me? I didn't have to sign the official documents to say that I was married here. Just so I didn't have to go through any kind of legal headache.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm not gonna marry for the reasons of this country. I'm marrying for the reasons. If it wasn't for my religion, I probably wouldn't get married. You get me? I look at marriage as a religious kind of.
What's the difference between the English version? Because I thought it was all religious based.
Basically, marriage is so you can. It's like an act of worship, basically. You get me? Like people get married. Like the original reason people get married was to become like a legal marriage through God, innit? So God has accepted your relationship. So even if, let's say, we didn't do the Islamic way of getting married and we just went straight to the registry office, signed the papers, that wouldn't have meant anything to us Islamically.
I get you, yeah.
So what's the point in doing that? Do you know what I'm saying? If it's not going to mean anything for us. Because what? I have to tell the government that I'm married just because they want to try and trap me in their little schemes and shit, you get me?
It's bollocks.
My life kind of worked easier to not tell them, you get me, and sign them papers and shit.
So obviously, like, to someone like me with minimal game, yeah, how do you pull a bird on a PS4 microphone when you're playing, like,
Bro,
FIFA or whatever? How? I can't even comprehend that. I'm thinking, you're my idol. Man. That's what
Pulled the bird on Xbox.
Yeah, he did it. Oh, yeah, he did it.
I ended up marrying her. That's how we got to the
Yeah.
That's what I mean, bro. That's what I mean. I don't know. I was in a Call of Duty lobby with
as you do
with one of my boys, man, and you know people have their gamer tags and shit like that, and obviously in Call of Duty you can have a clan tag. And you know, there was a few people in the lobby. You obviously have your team, and you got the opposite team, the ops, and that. You get me?
Serious?
I don't think she was the op at first. Then obviously at first when she joined the lobby, she joined on our team, and then she was shooting against. She became an op after that. You know, the alternate teams.
Should have known from them.
And then I clocked. I thought, yo, this person's sick, because they were getting like 20, 30 kills and shit like that. On I think it was like a normal team deathmatch.
Turned you on, yeah.
Like, obviously, it wasn't.
Got that.
It wasn't a team. I think
man,
I looked at the gamer tag, and it said, I can't remember what the name was, but it said in the clan tag said that she was a girl. So I must have inboxed it. I thought, alright, let me slide in these DMs. See what's going on.
You're brave doing that.
Bro, when you're behind a controller, you get that confidence, innit?
Yeah.
If they ain't gonna reply, fuck it. You get me. It's just
it's the easiest way to move to a girl. Thinking about it, like there's minimal risk.
I think I said to her, yo, you're sick, man. Come join our little our party. You get me? We'll go. You know them ones, and I thought, let me just pre them and that.
Yeah.
And me and my boy were on the headsets. I think I must have gassed up to put the headset on just to confirm if it was a guy or not. You get me? Because you got them catfishes and shit.
This is why I'm saying you're brave, because I thought, that could be anybody.
Yeah, I think I put on it. I got to get on the headset, and then I clocked it was a girl. And she was like, yeah, I play all the time. I love this game. So I must have just added her as a friend, and we carried on playing. We had a few different games that we shared and shit. It's funny because it probably makes me sound like a nerd, innit? And I don't play games and shit like that anymore, man. Ever since all of that, I don't really play games, man.
Everyone plays a little PS4 now and then.
Nah, bro, I got no time for it.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, man. The Xbox is there at home. I ain't even got the PS4 in it. The Xbox is there at the minute. Maybe that's why I'm not playing it, because there's an Xbox again.
Xbox. How did it go from like
when
just
was that the first time you saw her face?
Yeah, how do you end up? How did it go from seeing her face to physical to?
So I must have met her like long.
Was she from Cov? Obviously.
No, she wasn't from Cov.
Oh, okay.
How could I bump into a girl from Cov on PlayStation? That'd be one in a million.
You didn't fly
chance,
overseas for it.
Nah, definitely not, bro. I went for. She was from Northampton side, isn't it?
Oh, that's not too far.
Them sides, yeah. I used to drive back and forth to London, and I was doing some work down London.
Yeah.
And when I first met her on PS4, she used to live in London. I think I must have hollered at her one time saying, yo, I'm in London, what are you saying? And these times it was BB Messenger days. And she sent me a couple of pictures, and I just didn't believe, because I've seen one picture now. We were still playing these games. And I was like, right, this can't be you, man. You get me?
Too good looking.
Yeah, too good, like proper, like probably I was punching. You know them ones.
Yeah.
I was thinking, this can't be. Why are you chatting to a man like me? Or like, you get me? I'm just a guy on the fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I must have met her now. I met her the first time, and it was her, and that like everything was. I was thinking, yo, I need to wake up or something. This can't be real. You get me? And everything just went on from there, innit?
Serious? So you met up with her and then it just went
we started meeting on a regular basis.
How long before you got married, like?
I think I knew her for about 2 years, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Did you actually play, like, Call of Duty with it in person just to make sure she wasn't...
You asked her to bring the control pad with her just to make sure.
Actually, your brother playing Call of Duty, so this relationship...
that was a test, innit? Listen, I want to see your headshot. 30 man now, so you were out the door.
Nah, she was good, man. Even when I met her in person, she was good, man. We used to play with each other a lot, man. Trust me. Nah, trust me. We used to play when we met up, man. It was a mad connection that we had.
I'm turning my PS4. I want to get home straight
Bro,
away.
if I can do it, anyone can do it. I swear to God, man.
I'm hunting.
And it was some of the best years of my life, man. Like just from meeting her and shit like that, man.
It's all gone, man.
Trust me, man. It was mad. Like I couldn't believe it, man. Like to this day, I used to talk to my brethren, a lot as well. Who was in? Because I remember I was in a party with my brethren at first, and he kind of witnessed this all come together and shit. You get me? Because he used to come online a lot, so we was all playing from our yards. I was playing, he was playing, and then she was playing. I think we had a couple other people in the lobby and that, but we all had the headsets on. We used to chat shit, and I used to stay up with her till like fucking 4 or 5 in the morning, just chat shit on the headsets, playing Call of Duty zombie mode and shit like that. You get me?
You know what though? Now I'm picturing it like if it's just you and her. You're in your bed playing things. She's at her house. I can imagine how it would be a bit like. Yeah,
but like obviously we spent
the feelings are coming.
Yeah, nah, trust me, because we used to speak a lot.
Man. You kill zombies.
No.
we used to have good teamwork, man. She'd like, I'd be like the captain, and she'd listen to man, I'd be switch it up and that. You know what I mean? It's a nice stuff. Role player, that trust me.
Role play.
Trust me.
And then obviously it didn't work out in the end.
Yeah, no, obviously, I feel like she came into my life for a reason, and that was for me to help her in her life. You get me?
You helped her.
I helped her a lot, like get back on her feet. She was in a really bad place, and I helped her find stability. And then when I felt like my purpose was up, then I felt like I served my purpose, and that's obviously move forward, man.
So you ended it, or
we kind of come to a mutual agreement, man. Like obviously we'd gone through a couple of things, and we decided that it was best that we just move forward without each other, man. You get me?
It's good that you can do that on a mutual level rather than...
Yeah, no, of course, man. It's difficult, man.
Around.
I feel like I've been through a lot of relationships. Growing up, I learned a lot from, seeing a lot of different girls. And having kind of a lot of committed relationships makes you learn, and
it does, bro. It sure does.
Yeah, so like all the things you learned from the last one, you're gonna take to the next one. Then you're gonna learn some more shit, take it to the next one. As long as you don't get attached to each one to the point where you do something stupid when it comes to an end, and that, when some people start thinking, I can't live without you.
Yeah,
that's some kiddish shit.
Trust me, man. When you're back in school and that, yeah, it's cool, man. But when you get older, you have to realise that you're born alone. You're gonna die alone more time.
Yeah, it's true, man.
You can't get caught up on these girls, man. You get me.
I mean, is your aim not to settle down forever then with a bird, or is that changed?
No, I'll take whatever's given to me, man. I can always aspire to do this and that, but that's what I've done throughout life. Is I've always made a lot of aspirations, and I've banked on them to the point where if I didn't get it, then I'd feel a type of way, and like I'd take it personal. I'd be like, why me? Da, 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 da. But then I've realised, like, if it's not meant for me, it's not meant for me. You get me? Then boom, like whatever. Like I said, man, whatever comes to me. I'm grateful for, man. So if I the next woman I meet, if I feel like this is gonna be a good run, 5-10 years, whatever, I'm happy with that. If I can get, as long as it's a positive relationship and it's something that's gonna benefit myself and obviously the girl that I'm gonna be with.
What if she's dead at Call of Duty though?
That's a legit question, though. Real talk, legit question.
You put the controller on, she's like, what's that?
I might have to go through the training process for each one, and like interview stage and that. So if they ain't past that Call of Duty stage, then they ain't make the cut B.
If I heard a girl was good at Call of Duty, I'd just think lesbian straight away. To be honest, man. So yeah, shit.
Man. Like,
so. Yeah. So you're talking about aspirations. So what's the next step musically? You trying to blow? You trying to just make music for fun?
I'd like to get the recognition I feel like I deserve. I don't feel like my music's at a level where I'm just swimming with these fishes. You get me?
What kind of music do you make then? Like I know you do rap. What kind of content are you touching on?
I do a lot of what I call like is like my lifestyle, innit? The stuff that I've been through.
Lifestyle, okay.
Yeah, it's like my lifestyle, man. Like, that's the stuff that I live, the things that I see on a day to day, the things that I've been through.
How rap should be, really, really and truly. Yeah.
Kind of like that leads up to a question I was going to ask you as well about like your the style of music that you're doing at the moment. It's a lot. It's about trapping and stuff like that, and it's quite deep shit. I was just curious to. It's a bit of a bait question on camera. I could edit it out still, but like, is this something that you're doing currently, or is this something that you're rapping from the bait?
I'm not gonna bait you out, but are you a shotter, mate?
No, I didn't say that, did I? That's not what I asked you, bro.
No.
I said, is this something that you've done in the past, rapping about from the past, or is
that
a current thing you're doing?
Basically, everything that I rap about is non-fiction. So it's things that I've witnessed, things that I've seen, things that I may have been a part of. The things literally there's no fiction in anything that I rap about. It's literally everything that I've seen or done. Everybody knows me. That you get me. People, I don't even have to big myself up. Like some people are like, I'm real because I say what I do. Da, 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 da. I don't even want to gas it like that, innit? Like I'm not trying to portray that the life that I live is positive or anything like that. because if anything, I'm trying to separate myself from that. But I know a lot of people want to listen to this kind of music, so and I know I make it good. You get me? So that's why I like doing it. Man.
Yeah. I hear that. I think as well, like at the moment you've got like quite a certain following.
Mm-hmm.
Where like I know a lot of the youths, because of the stuff that you're talking about, they follow it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought it would be mad if you used to do like some mad sort of positive tune, because like I think a lot of MCs around there could do it, but they're not really going to get noticed because they don't reach out to the kids as much. But I think like you do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think you do
in the future, like something mad positive. Because
there was something that I was supposed to get involved in. It was with Matthew, man. Emmanuel, I was supposed to get involved in something like that, but
you
obviously
should have been on that still.
When I think when the time come about, I was busy with a lot of things, man. Probably a lot of things that I shouldn't have been involved with. And when you're involved, like I said, when you're involved in the lifestyle that I'm in, then to go and do something that's preaching against what I'm doing, it's kind of like.
Boy, I totally agree.
Do you know what I mean? There's no point in me if I'm saying don't carry knives, and then all my brethren are carrying knives. Like, I'm not saying to them don't carry knives. Obviously, I'm telling my brethren, watch what you're doing, but I can't go to my brethren and be like, go home, put that knife for you, go dump that knife. Them man are gonna do what the fuck they want to do. You get me?
Thank you for that, because that's confirmed. Like what a lot of people that I've been asking as well, like that I've got quite a bit of recognition, and the kids look up to them, and they have said the exact same thing.
Yeah, trust me, man.
Not that they're doing it themselves, but it's like
you just can't go around preaching shit if you're still part of that kind of lifestyle, man.
Exactly.
And again, I'm not proud of the lifestyle that I've been involved in, but it's just some of the circumstances that I've been given that have ended in making these decisions. You get me?
Obviously, you come from a religious background as well, so how did your mum take it? Did she know at these times when you were doing these whatever you were doing, or did she
knows
know?
A lot of it. Obviously, a lot of the times feds would go search the yard, because I've never been one to leave traces of where I live. I like to be kind of incognito. I don't even like putting my real name online or anything like that.
But I know, unless it's mad, I get like these were the questions that I written down, but you kind of leading up to them. And I was going to ask you, I was going to say, like, do you ever worry about, like, feds maybe, like, if you ever caught a case and they might use it against you, like the music?
Well, like I said, I don't attach my name to anything that I do online, like my real name. So
in this day and age, though, obviously
visuals and stuff, though.
Well, you think they'd still be able to point me out? I don't know. There's been certain situations where I feel like I've been watched and this and that. You get me?
This is why I'm asking, because we were years ago and we were just doing grime. I remember we got nicked years ago, and they brought us up in the station and we said, "Oh, it's you guys," and that.
Serious?
Well, it's only a country town, so it's only a small town anyway. So it weren't hard really for them to see what we were doing, but. You know, it showed me back then that they were on socials. You know?
Let me jump in quickly, My mum knows a guy that's high up in the police in Birmingham, and he came round for dinner one day.
Block Ollie.
You know, I've been recording this whole conversation.
Literally. Lads.
But I might even cut this bit out, because it's bait. Even know if I did. I ain't said this on this episode. But basically, he goes, have you heard of this rap group from Birmingham? I know this guy, like, I met him a few times, and he knows I film music videos. He goes, what, are you filming drill and that? I know he's like big in the police, so I'm a bit like, I don't really film drill anyway, so I was like, nah. I'm looking at him like, what the fuck's he on about? And he goes, do you know so-and-so? The way he said it made me laugh, because I was like, coming from your mouth just sounds mad. And I was like, I played dumb, I was like, nah, not really. And he goes, yeah, you know that all we do is sit in the office and watch their videos all day. I was like, serious? And he's like, yeah, what we're doing is, because we can't really shut them down for making music, we're trying to go after the people that record the videos, you know what I mean, to shut them down. So obviously, like, they do watch the videos, but it depends. Like, I suppose if you're in a gang doing it, and all the gang is involved in high level crime, it's a lot worse than if you're just a solo guy. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that into the conversation.
No, I hear that,
really.
man. I hear what you're saying, bro.
Police do watch what goes on. Definitely.
I mean, if you look at some of the YouTube channels and that, they'll like the drill channels and that, and the news channels and that, and they'll tell you, like, literally every other day certain videos that have been taken down. Like, drill tunes. So, like, this one got taken down. This one got taken down. I've never even
when there's
heard
real
of it.
when
Some
there's
of them
real
I've never
crime.
heard
Heard
of,
of, innit, but they
yeah,
still
but
get
the feds
taken
are
down.
on them, bro. You know, someone's onto them at least. They'll have like a group of people that work within the police that is basically assigned to just go.
Just going through all the videos.
Yeah,
and
like
yeah.
you're just social
Probably,
guys.
bro,
You do
probably,
that. You
man.
report to us, innit, dickheads, waste mans.
Probably, man. Probably. Yeah, fuck them, man. Like that's it's a bit bullshit, man. Obviously, they're like, I hear what they're saying. They're probably looking for murder cases and shit like that.
Yeah,
There's been
yeah.
times where
Stuff.
people have been convicted of things they've said in music. You get
That's
me?
bollocks, man. That's bollocks.
Would you ever like consider wearing a mask in your videos?
I have done, man. Obviously, people would probably still, unless I change my name, then people would still know it was me.
Yeah, Cov's a small kind of place, man. Your voice alone is quite distinctive. Like.
I'm known in other cities as well, so I feel like it'd be a bit difficult. So I'd have to change my name or something like that. But then I feel like starting again from the beginning. I don't know about that, man. But it's been a bit hard to rebuild what I'd kind of thrown away when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
The kind of I feel like I had a better. You can't really measure it though. I feel like I had a better following when I was younger, growing up through the grime scene,
Nah, yeah.
than I do now.
Feels like that, innit?
But then you could back then you can't really measure it. Like
Everyone was there, innit?
yeah,
Now it's all online, the numbers there.
yeah, the numbers to
there,
see,
like,
innit? Trust me.
Like everyone was around you.
Yeah,
Set.
everyone was around you, yeah,
If
yeah.
there was a set and it was on the street or a clash, the amount of people like turned up, like that's how much following you got.
Yeah, trust me.
Usually massive numbers.
Trust
No,
me.
I think back in the
Trust me,
day,
bro.
though, bear in mind as well, a lot of people were younger then, so your mindset's different. Like, I'm not gonna fucking see a Cov artist now and run up to him like I'm gassed. But when I was younger, I remember
All the time, isn't it?
I remember fucking meeting Devious Dam. I think back now, I think, what a
Dam.
waste, man. I was gassed, like in his face, gassed, and he was looking at me like, "You're a dickhead," and he was the same age as me as well. And I was like, I
Yeah,
thought,
but a lot of people were
famous.
like that, man. A lot of people used to get excited around because these were like the local hood celebrities.
But it's when you're young as well, though. Like when I was 14, 15, like now. I'll probably say to you, like, as an adult, like, yo, you're sick of making music. Keep doing what you do. I wouldn't be getting gassed. Like,
The maddest thing is when you look back, everyone that people used to get gassed about were just normal, regular youths. They probably weren't even that noisy on the streets and shit like that.
Nah,
like,
you say
Devious
that.
Dan wasn't no bad man. In
Nah,
the
he
street,
wasn't.
bro.
He was clever.
Yeah, he was a
clever.
clever
But
youth, man. You get
Nah,
me?
you
But
know
people
what?
used to get gassed about meeting him and listening to him spit bars and shit like that.
Nah,
You get me?
I do think there was some guys that were doing certain shit though back in the day.
Nah, 100%.
Like a lot of the main crews
100%.
were doing like not
Doing
massive
little bits,
shit,
yeah.
but they were doing little bits and bobs. Yeah,
Easy. What happened to him, man?
He's like a music producer. He manages artists and shit.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I know he got like good A levels and that, so he's probably got a job somewhere in a different city or something.
He does like fucking.
He managed Little Torment, didn't he?
Speeches and shit like that.
Yeah,
Is it?
he's clever, man.
Is it?
He's one of them guys that when he got older, he was like, I think he was kind of like, he kind of just shoved music under the mat. I didn't do it. I
I think that was a family thing, though, innit, man? Like, the
He
family
was screwed
probably
on from
looking at him
young,
thinking,
though,
what the fuck you spitting bars
Yeah,
for, man?
probably.
Hey, he's Asian, innit?
Was he actually Asian, was he?
He's got 3 A levels.
I didn't know
What are you
that.
still wearing TN hats for?
So he was rolling with regime that were like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, they were a bit dodgy and that.
Yeah, from Kenya or something.
Is it? Probably one of them Gujaratis or something, man.
Yeah, I think so.
He used to be in my crew before he was in Regime, man. He used to be in Loose Criminals.
Serious?
Yeah. There was a couple of us, man. I
you
can't
linked-
remember exactly who, man.
Were you
Addison,
linked-
man. Rest in peace, Addison, man.
Yeah.
He was in the crew as well, man. There was a few.
Were you linked to veteran soldiers by any chance?
Yeah, man. They
What happened to them? What are they doing?
Rough
them
Rider.
man are all they're all big men, fam. They're all family men. And
Oh,
that.
serious?
Yeah.
Who else was in it? Rizzler?
Yeah,
And there
Rizzler.
was some movie next
Rizzler's
time.
my good boy, man. That's it. When I said I was in the lobbies with my brethren.
Oh, serious?
That was Rizzler, man. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
me,
I used to
Rizzler
like
from
them.
Call of Duty, man. You get
There was
me?
another one as well. I can't remember his name, man.
Who
Rizzler,
else, man?
Rough Rider, and some next
Havoc.
one. Havoc, yeah. They were pretty
Serious
good,
B. There was a couple, man.
man.
Still.
Yeah, I like them, man. I like them.
They were blessed, man. They're blessed kids.
Yeah.
I know a lot of them from young. I went primary school, secondary
Yeah.
school. Yeah, CV Tugs and that, man. There's a lot of different crews, man. C.M. Yeah. If you got C.M, man, and that.
They were pretty sick, weren't they? Where they gone these days? Like.
They're
Yeah,
big,
man.
man.
Is there anything...
FF.I.
Yeah, come on, Illustrate.
Good few crews, man.
GSM. They're crews, man.
If you used to pick a crew that could come back, who would it be?
I'd say Regime crew, man. Because they were like the fucking... They were like the super crew back in the day.
Yeah, to be fair, they wasn't.
Yeah.
Why do you
Who's
say
that fucking that menace? Yeah.
Why do you say that? They were the super crew.
I don't know. They just had everyone gassed in it, fam. They were like the nasty crew, the roadies, the commentary, and that. You get me?
They were a bit more low key though.
They were like the top of the triangle, innit?
In what way though? They weren't top of the triangle in terms of popularity, definitely not.
Nah, but they were the top.
I feel like they were though. Maybe it's because I was from Hills. I don't know.
They weren't. I don't think they was.
When it was shit with Gridlock and that,
they had the road reputation. They had the road reputation. Gridlock was my favourite. I always say that. It was my favourite. I liked all of them though.
Yeah.
Every crew was sick.
Trust me, they had their own little thing, man.
GSM.
Illustrate were hard as well.
They were sick, man. Firm was sick. CV Tugs was
Illustrate was one of the first crews to actually put music videos together, like not one of the first, but like remember they done them proper music videos.
Yeah, bro. I know which ones you're talking about.
I know what you're on about. I know what you're on about. Yeah.
The first one to do proper music videos.
Yeah, if you watch it back now.
Who was that with? Was that with fucking
It was in Hillfield.
That Freddie geezer, man. Reapz TV. And
I don't think so. It was before that. It was before that.
Was it before that?
Yeah.
Oh.
So MySpace days. I remember they had a video out. They were the first people to put like visuals. I remember they did a shot. I remember they did a shot because a girl I knew walked past. She had nothing to do with Grime, and they like I think Omen looked at her like fucking bum and was like didn't switch to the camera, and I remember showing her. She was like, "Oh my god, what is going on? Why am I in this video?"
Then the videos last for years. You know?
I remember that. I'm gonna find that video. Funny shit.
Remember fucking Happy Slaps?
Yeah.
Fucking, that was
one of the
big back in the
jokest things
day.
about that? You cannot find the original one online. No, the one with the POW theme tune.
Bro, I can't even remember
that was Bay. That was going around all of England.
The clothesline, the geese off the clothesline.
Off the bike.
Yeah.
In London, the guys when you go like that. Yeah, there was bait one.
A savage one where they slapped the woman at the bus stop.
Yeah, that's savage as well.
And it was all in that one compilation, but you can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, but think how bad the quality would be now. That wouldn't even be worth watching.
I know they were all recorded on them fucking. Remember them
Leaf
Nokias?
phone. The square one.
Yeah, the square
one.
Roadman.
I had that phone. Bad boy phone.
They were all recorded on them.
The Leaf phone, man.
Yeah, that was a pure bully phone. That was. You had one of them. You ain't someone called you one of them. Yeah, you better just duck off, bro. You're just getting violated.
Everyone's sending it through infrared and shit.
Move it a bit, man. It stops sending.
Trust me, bro.
Fuck infrared, man.
Trust me.
These little kids, they don't know what the struggles we went through.
Trust me, fam.
Infrared,
bro. Not even Bluetooth, fam.
They got it easy now, man.
Trust me.
Yeah, man. Anyway, so I think it's time to get into the freestyle sessions, man.
Okay.
So what you saying? You ready, yeah?
I think so.
So this is the last part of the show, yeah? Freestyle sessions. Reapz gonna show you what he's made of right about now. So as you know, we do the Lucky Dip beat last. Before that, we do the new beat. Before that, we do the old school beat. So these beats have been picked by myself and K-Dubs, yeah? So K-Dubs, you wanna run the first beat, man? Reapz, go in, man.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah. Alright. If there's a league, put me in the top 4. I'll be taking shots and scoring a lot more. I just dropped another hot one and I got more. I'm in the blocks more. You can catch me up on the top floor. That's just if you're not sure. Coke so raw, they'll be getting a lockjaw. Man, I like Reapz, what you getting the box for? You see the feds on my case, I ain't giving a fuck for. Fiends want more like an encore. First whip I robbed was an escort encore. Couple brothers in the jailhouse on tour. Hope they never see me behind a locked door. Me, I'm with a brown chick, face for the contour. And I got some loud piff straight from the doctor. Breaking down an ounce, this is, but hey, yeah, listen, yeah. I did it all for the love. Felt it in my soul like I got the call from above. Heavy cause I weren't walking enough. Had to drop my last bitch, she wasn't talking enough. I was selling all the year, you was snorting the stuff. I was riding around with trucks and got caught with the stuff. CS and probation, that was all from the judge. Had the zoo on rotation, that's all in my lungs. I was an angry teenager, used to war with my mums. Rather ride out when I got the call from the dons. Take a knife out and I put it all in the gums. Or the fork, I was that little shit born in the slums. It wasn't a secret, we were doing fraud for the funds. Getting pee from a little fiend, scoring a dub. The last ting was TT and I need more of the grub. 4 packs in the boot, another 4 in the glove. Talk smack, then I'm shooting the... Aye, fam, pull up, next tune, next one.
Yeah, man, next one, the next one. That was Gigs, Pain is the Essence, next one.
That was a hard beat still.
We got the producer, I can't remember his name, but yeah, man, run it.
Yo. Yo, she's calling me a bastard, cause she thinks I'm cheating now, she's asking for the password. But I ain't a dickhead, I ain't giving into petty games. I know what that life leaves, tears pouring like it's heavy rain. Bitches wanna be exclusive cause they chat to every man, saying she a virgin and I know she fucking 20, man. I ain't tryna beg it, I'ma treat her like she treats herself. I don't want that mouth, baby girl, you can leave my belt. Let me smoke this Ami, I'ma be right back here when I land. We ain't tryna rip you off, Alright fam. Yo, it's Reapz. 28 AP out now. Spotify, iTunes, everything. Go and cop that. Yo, she's calling me a bastard, cause she thinks I'm cheating now, she's asking for the password. But I ain't a dickhead, I ain't giving into petty games. I know where that life leads, tears pouring like it's heavy rain. Bitches wanna be exclusive cause they chat to every man, saying she a virgin, no she fucking 20, man. I ain't tryna beg it, I'ma treat her like she treats herself. I don't want that mouth, baby girl, let me smoke this Ami, I'ma be right back here when I land. We ain't tryna rip you off around here, straight 10 a gram. No couple pussies saying fuck me, I don't blame them though. I don't burn them when they hear me on the radio. Feds are moving Aggie, so I'm laying low. Had to dash the pack, they ain't see it, now my YG holding the pack. Had a nitty up in Gossy, giving B, now we holding my strap, yeah. And I don't even answer the phone to these bitches, they be moving mad. I stay in the streets tryna get this cash cause these nitties musing mad. Got a state watch for the feds in the beamers, they be cruising past. You think you're winning when you starting for some bitches, but you truly last. Me, I'm cold like the ice, Sub-Zero holding the mic. I ain't up in the casino, but I'm rolling the dice. And I'm closer to death, can see the soul in my eyes. Steady holding this flesh and controlling my mind. And my heart's on my sleeve, me I sow what I reap. And I'm bleeding deep, you can read it and weep. You can hear it and feel all this pain that I've lived, all this cane that I've flipped, all these pills and these trips, all the weed and the money that I've wasted. I hate this bullshit life, but I still chase it. I'm dodging feds cause I ain't into catching cases. In the view when you lose your shit, then it's back to the basics. You want that Rory or the ends, gotta, you lose your shit, then it's back to the basics. You want your Rory or the Benz, you gotta aim big, yeah. Next tune, man, next one.
Okay, so the last beat is the Lucky Dip beat. And just for pure nostalgic values, we had to bring back Skit's Battle Rhythm. The first beat I ever heard Reapz on back in way back when. So K-Dubs, when you're ready, man, run it.
Let's get this. Yo, the belly of the beast in this bitch. I've already smoked 2 3s in a split. Me, I'm deep cut like knees on a bitch. Kill a nigga if you wanna be for the click, yeah. Couple of times had to reach for the stick. Can't sleep on my older brother, sleep with a chick. Never been a thief to go and steal from the rich. Just a cop, but nothing looks to get peeled from the pigs. Started smoking weed as a kid. 11 years old, CV to the 6. Now I'm getting deep in it. She a little freak, might get dunked like tea with a biscuit. Check this, kid the pussy then resurrect it. Get head quick then, head for the exit. Best shit, me a Mason, man I first it. Man I get dark now. 2 blacked out brothers in a car now. Should've put a dumb brother when he's back now. Cracked out niggas in a crap house. For the cheese, fuck that mouse. Me I'm fuck that mouse. Fuck a bitch, break that couch. Fuck a bitch, break that couch.